So Sony is always pushing out these stupid PS Vita updates, and these updates don't really do anything except for break the custom firmware and maybe other small features which nobody really notices. As you know, the PS Vita is kind of dead. Sony do update it, but the updates are just useless. So in this video I will show you guys what to do to kind of like stop these updates, to prevent them from happening, and this is for people with custom firmware, and you can follow this if you don't have custom firmware as well. So what you guys want to do, just to start off, you want to go and you want to find your system settings. So go ahead and just start up the system settings. Now once you're in your system settings, the first thing you want to do is you want to scroll down, and we're just looking for system. So press X on system. Now go down to auto start settings and just press X on this. Now there's actually something we need to turn off here. You see the top option that says download update file for system software. Make sure this is turned off. If this is ticked automatically, it will actually start downloading the update file for you. So make sure this is turned off. Also update online status for PlayStation Network. Make sure this is turned off as well, and then we can just go back. Now that is pretty much an option that everyone should have turned on. Next you want to scroll up and you want to go to your network. So press X on network, press X on Wi-Fi settings. Make sure you scroll down and you just want to choose your Wi-Fi. So choose the Wi-Fi you're currently connected to and press X. You want to scroll down and click X on advanced settings. Now you want to scroll down again and you want to set DNS settings. Make sure this is set to manual, and this is the IP address you want to enter. So in primary IP, type, so you can actually just press X to type it, so it's 212.47.229.76. This is the h-encore DNS server. Now people are saying this doesn't really work, and that might be true. I know it doesn't work with the PlayStation Store anymore, but it does work with Content Manager. So make sure you've got this in primary DNS, and that should be all good. Once you've got that, that is pretty much it in the settings. You can just click on OK, and then we can just go back all the way to the main menu. Now the next setting is for like PS Vita users which have custom firmware. So if you scroll up and you find h-encore settings, press X on this. You want to make sure this option is ticked right here. Enable PSN spoofing. Also make sure enable unsafe homebrew is ticked, and make sure enable version spoofing is ticked. Now go into spoofed version and press X. You want to type in the latest PS Vita version. Currently it's 3.72, but you can type anything in, 3.71. You can even do 3.76, but make sure it's 3.72, and then that should be okay. So you can now press the arrow to go back. I think that's pretty much it in the settings for this one. So we're going to go back. We're going to go back again. Now there are other apps you can get. There is actually a content blocker app which I have right here. It's called Update Blocker. Basically what this does is it will block all the updates going to your PS Vita. I have this enabled. As you can see, if you press square it will say block update downloads. So I'm just going to press square, and there you go, it says update downloads have been blocked. And that will just bring you back to the main menu. As you can see, you can press triangle to unblock. You can press cross to block system update in settings. You can also press the cross. I've probably already got this blocked, so it's going to give me an error. But if you want this app, I do actually have a video on my channel on how to install this. So maybe I'll leave the video to Update Blocker in the description of this video. Also guys, once you've done all of these features, you want to reboot your PS Vita. So just hold the power button and then tap on power off, and then we're just going to go and power it back on. Now obviously once you power it back on, if you have h-encore, you will actually want to start this again. So I'm just going to start my h-encore 2 again. But if you guys didn't know, you don't actually have to install it every time. So as soon as it starts, you can actually press X on exit, and it will actually close out of the menu, and now we can start up any kind of homebrew app and it will work. But let me just show you guys my current firmware version. I'm actually on 3.68. So if I go into the system and then system information, you guys can see I'm on 3.68, and I can pretty much use my PS Vita as if it was on 3.72. So let me just prove that as well. PS Store, that will actually work without any issues. I can sign into my PlayStation account, I can use all of this kind of stuff, and I don't get any kind of error, and it works first try. So there you go, that is pretty much it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.